welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marcel3498, and today's motovlog, what I'd like to talk about is something motorcycle related, yes, but it is more related to me on a personal level in my life, and that is how I made my bought my second motorcycle, my 2022 KLR 650 Traveler Edition. Obviously I'm not on it now, I'm on my FJR, but I'd like to talk about how I came to acquire that bike without debt. I worked a year and a half of my full-time job and my part-time job that I still have, and I paid cash for that bike. I walked in the dealer with cash. It already put a deposit on the bikes, and it already knew my exact number that I had to bring them. The deposit at that dealer anyway was good for 30 days. So I made sure before I went in to have my deposit that in just a couple weeks time I could make sure I had the rest of the money. Like I said, I walked in, no debt, no bank loan, no nothing, gave them cash. Bike was already prepped, rode the bike off, title was in the mail, done deal. Not a lot of people are as hard-headed and as stubborn or as dedicated to do something like that. I understand that, but I'm a frugal person. I don't like debt. I don't like going to anybody for anything, because it makes my month-to-month budget that much easier because of that. So I encourage anyone, if they can. Motorcycles are not a necessity, let's be honest, in the US anyway. Most of us have a car, so we have transportation to and from work or to the grocery store or whatever. There's a lot of people who only have a motorcycle, and that's great if you can make your life work without having a four-wheel vehicle. More power to you. I applaud anybody that does so. You know, I ride my bikes for fun, to take day trips on, stuff like that, to enjoy motorcycling. Yes, I ride my bikes to and from work and commute on them when the weather's nice, but when the weather's crap, I'll admit it, I just take the car. But what point I'm getting at is, if you really want something that bad, get out there. You know, whether you have to trim your budget to make it easier to obtain that, like I did, and I also got a second job, only working like 20 hours a week, but that's a total of 60 hours a week between my full-time job and a part-time job. Took a little bit of my you know, what I could every month to month, some overtime that I worked, which wasn't a whole lot, and just really crunch numbers. That's the thing about money. It is the root of all evil. It can make you happy, or it can stress you out and just make your life, you know, miserable if you let it. You really have to watch your spending, do the math, you know, calculate what's left over after your bills, do that, and you know how much you have left, and then you know what's missing is what you need to make that much more. And that's really all there is to it. I did my best, and it was a very prideful thing to be able to do that. You know, like I said, to go in basically and not owe them any money. That way, no matter what happened, you know, lo and behold, if I had two bikes, if something happened drastic money-wise, I could always sell one and, you know, acquire some money and get out of a jam that way. I wouldn't want to do that, but that option is and was there, so to speak, I guess. If that, you know, if that, I can't even think of the word, if that situation was become something and I had to do that, I had that option. My dad worked 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job for like 17-18 years, which is, talk about showing dedication and being stubborn and really working your butt off. Man, I don't know, that right there really says something. I've done it now for almost 2 years, just one full-time job and a part-time job, and there's been a lot of days that I went to either job really tired, especially by the end of the second job day, where I work at one, turn around and get off one and go work at the other one for another 4 hours. And there's been a lot of days that I've been really worn out at the end of that day, and all kind of stuff. You know, there's been days that I haven't felt good, that I'm still with the boat, because that's, you know, I had my heart set and my mind set on that goal to achieve that, and I did. And man, you're talking about something that really makes you feel good. It's not easy by any means, I will tell you that, but that's just kind of the person that I was raised to be. I played high school football, give you an example, for 4 years and missed 2 practices in 4 years. So that's the way I was raised. My mom was that way too. It was none of this crap when I was in school of, oh, don't feel good, just stay home. No, unless you're really, really sick, you went to school because that was, you know, your role as a kid, to learn what you could, do good in school, get good grades, learn as much as you could. And that's kind of the same kind of thing that was instilled in me by my mom and my dad. They're just they were just really hardworking people when I was growing up, and you know, so I guess I absorbed a lot of that and became that kind of person because of them. You know, any person can go get a bank loan for a motorcycle or whatever, whether it's a four-wheeler or a dirt bike or a side-by-side or a boat or whatever. Any person can walk into a bank or walk into the sales part of that dealership and go in there and finance something. Sure, it can be done that way. Is it easier that way? Yeah, but you know, when you have to pay for something, it's really just a toy. How much really extra money do you have to go use that toy? You know, especially if it's really, really expensive. Camping's the same way. It's the same kind of thing. It's just an endless cycle of just a money draining style that, you know, unfortunately is not always a lot of fun to go through. But you know, life is never easy as an adult. It never has, and it never will be, unless you win the lottery. So the way I was raised, if you want something bad enough, you better get out there and earn it and work for it. And that's what I did. And you can apply the same concept to anything, whether you want to get in better physical shape or lose weight or whatever. There's not always the easy way out for everything, and I didn't choose that, and I'm glad I did it. I learned what kind of person I really was more than what I thought, and it really stuck with me. And I know one of these days when I get done working second job, even though I already have my goal, there's still a few things that I want that I really don't want to go in debt for, you know, so I'm still doing that and obtaining my goals for stuff personally and stuff for, like, you know, my you know, maybe upgrade my camera equipment. Who doesn't, you know, want the newest and latest GoPro and stuff? I'm filming with 2 refurbished ones from Amazon, so there's that. But my point to the matter is, if you want something bad enough, get out there, work for it, work your butt off, and it'll mean that much more special, whether it's just slapping it on a credit card or whatever. Get out there and be stubborn and put your mind to it and keep obtaining all that stuff and all what you want for that goal, and don't give up. That's the point of the matter. And I really think that it means that much more, like I said, if you do it that way versus in just taking the easy way. That's all I mean, basically, is, you know, if you want it, get out there and do it and work for it. So, but on that, guys, that's all I got for today's motovlog. If you've not already done so, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, leave a like on the video, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.